Guys, it is unusual that I get a knife in that hits all the little wickets. This knife that we're gonna look at today is almost perfect. This is the CMB made knives, Dharma, and we've seen it before, but I'm just getting around to getting it in pocket. I'm gonna tell you, I think that this one is just shy of perfect. So let's turn this around and take a good look at this from above. Guys, like I said in the intro, this knife is truly incredible. This is that CMB made knives, Dharma, that Jared sent me, and I hid this from myself because I knew exactly what was going to happen when I opened it and unboxed it. This went in my pocket this morning, and I absolutely fell in love with it. It's going to be hard for me to get this out of my pocket. This thing is done with a beautiful drop point M390 blade with a gorgeous grind that comes down super thin behind the edge. This thing is so slicey, really good factory edge. This has one of the best factory edges, nice and consistent. One of the best factory edges I've had come in a long time. It is ridiculously sharp on this beautiful knife. You've got this really nice aperture here that is just in the perfect position on this one. Some of the CMB made knives, I have had problems reverse flicking, not this one. You've got this big forward choil here that then leads you down into the showpiece of this, which are these beautiful handles that are done in a liner lock. You can see that it's actually a liner. It's not a bolster. That's not one piece. So a liner lock with titanium bolsters and some carbon fiber that looks like a lot like the Carbo Quartz or the fat carbon. You know what I'm talking about. It's got this layered look with that really beautiful, almost mother of pearl or aluminum look to it. Just gorgeous. Almost looks topographic map. Pocket clip is just perfect in all pants I've had it in today. It disappears in your hand. Super, super comfortable in hand. It is so light because you've got all of this carbon fiber and the liners have had weight reduction done on them. And then the only real handle material that has any weight to it are these tie bolsters, which give it a very good balance for your right at the pivot. I like a little bit of balance either just forward of the pivot or right at the pivot. Just about perfect on this. The feel in hand is great either in that forward grip or in this grip back here. And like I said, it slices through everything so well. And the beauty of, I like these burger grinds, you get that reflective iridescent look to it. So the action on it is just shy of drop shut, but you're looking at a very, very light blade. They ground this so thin that this blade is extremely light. So I've had this in and out of pocket today and I've used it a lot. I cut up a bunch of cardboard. It screams through cardboard. I did some small kitchen tasks. That's one of the other things you can do if you like a knife that's slicey. I cut up some apple. And it slices through apple really good. This is thin enough. You can do some minor kitchen tasks, but it is a nice thick blade stock. And like I said, the grind on this almost, I mean, I can't find anything wrong with it. It's perfect. The grind on it's perfect. There's no inconsistencies, no changes in thickness, no problems with it being asymmetrical. Now, I do have to say, for almost as perfect as this is, there are a couple small little things. And they're just little things that I find. So these are just my opinions. First of all, the front flipper is not great. There is a front flipper on this. I can't get it to work. It's just not tall enough. You just don't have enough relief off of the scale. I grabbed this to show you what I'm talking about. Front flippers, top flippers, when you have a lot of relief off of that scale where a lot of that front flipper stays, it gives you a better access to it and it makes it easier. This, I really don't think is a very good front flipper. You could use that as a pressure point thing, like a Yarwa stick. Jimping on the flipper is kind of aggressive. I'm not a big fan of heavy jimping on the flipper. And this is, you can see it, it's pretty aggressive. It's pretty sharp, especially on these corners where they did this artistic little thing here. You've got some pretty sharp corners on that. So that's something I'm not such a big fan of. And then jimping on the lock bar, really not something you need. You don't have to have jimping on that lock bar. It does give you a little bit of access on it, but you can see how they did it. if they were going to do it, they almost did the jimping backwards. So they scalloped it out and then did some jimping, but where I would have preferred if they had just left that solid and then just scalloped that out inside. And then the only other little thing that I could say is that the blasted tie on it, it will scratch up pretty easy. I would have preferred to have this be a tumbled bolster on this. So, you know, not that big a deal. And if there was one last little thing on this, I think they could have softened this edge on this a little bit. I think crowning this or softening that edge would have given it a better look. And then you wouldn't get, you can see these little scratches that are starting to form right here. You wouldn't necessarily see that anywhere near as bad. Those are just little aesthetic things. But all in all, like I said, great knife. I'm glad Jared sent this along. So, yeah, we're going to turn this around, but right after you guys hear from this video's sponsor, Coffee Brand Coffee. I know that no one likes to watch ads in the middle of a video. I don't like putting them in, but I do know that I got to support what I do here. So I partnered with companies that I know I can trust. And today's sponsor is Coffee Brand Coffee. They're delivering quality coffee, freshly roasted on demand, ground to order and delivered to your door, and they're not doing anything political, so you don't have to worry about a company that you're supporting that is supporting causes that you might not agree with, because they don't support any causes. They just simply take the money and put it back into making a better product. So I would appreciate if you both support their new small business and my channel by checking out Coffee Brand Coffee and looking at their offerings. Use the link below and my coupon code Crazy Sharp on their website. It's Crazy Sharp, all one word, capital C, capital S. Let's get back to this. Guys, absolutely just shy of perfect. I only found a couple of small things so far first day in pocket, and they're just minor little things. So I'm really digging this knife. Every one of the CMB made knives that has come in has just been stellar. So, I mean, that's pretty much it on this one, guys. If you like the videos, give them a thumbs up. You don't like them, give them a thumbs down, but tell me why I can't change the content. If you don't, tell me what you don't like. If you want to support the channel, it's simple as like, share, subscribe, drop a comment, hit the bell icon, make sure you've got notifications turned on your device. And if you want to support the channel financially, I have 3 sponsors: Dull Strong Knives, Coffee Brand Coffee, Tempered Trail. All 3 of them are down below. Coffee Brand Coffee and Tempered Trail share a coupon code, which was Crazy Sharp, all one word, capital C, capital S, saves you 5% at both of them. And the Coffee Brand Coffee one is built into my link. So if you click on that, you don't have to worry about it. Other way you can do it is I have a membership down below. It's all tier-based. Everyone gets early access to my videos. Everyone gets access to the Gilded server. Baseline and premium tier members are entered into giveaways that I do separate of the ones that I do on YouTube occasionally. And the premium guys have access to a sharpening tutorial series here on YouTube behind the paywall. Guys, I also have an Amazon store down below. I forgot to mention that. You can use it. You can search things. I've got idea lists built up. Guys, that's it on this one. I love you all. Keep it clean in the comments section. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. And I'll see you in the next video.